For the first time, we heard from Rand Hooper just before the judge gave him his sentence. He said that Graham McCormick was one of the greatest people he had ever met, and he said the safety of everyone at his parents' river house that day was his responsibility, and for that, he was sorry. Gordon McCormick says he believes his brother's former friend, Rand Hooper, finally understands that actions have consequences.
I could hear something in his voice that he should have said what he said 5 years ago.
Judge Charles Poston sentenced Hooper to 6 years behind bars for driving a boat while drunk, crashing it into a bulkhead, which threw Graham McCormick out of the boat, and then leaving without trying to find his friend, who ended up dying. Hooper faced a maximum of 15 years behind bars, but the judge suspended 9 of them. Hooper appeared in court in a gray jumpsuit, his hands in shackles.
The visual was accountability.
Lawyers on both sides said Hooper could serve anywhere from 65 to 85% of the 6 years for good behavior because of a new law that takes effect on July 1st. Graham's brother and sister say they finally feel free to move on with their lives.
When I said that I got my life back, I meant it.
Today felt like the end of the roller coaster. I felt just like a deep sense of relief.
They both spoke at the sentencing hearing for the Commonwealth, along with Graham's parents and sister-in-law, who said the case held her husband's mind hostage for 5 years and turned him into a shell of who he was.
To be honest with you right now, my mind is blank for the first time in 5 years, and there's something very peaceful about that.
On the other side, friends of the Hooper family testified on behalf of Rand. They talked about how he was an Eagle Scout, a devoted husband and wonderful father to his 8-month-old son. One family friend, Mignon Tucker, said there had been a lot of misinformation in the press and called the crash a mutual tragedy that was not just one-sided. Rand Hooper's father, Gary, sat outside of the courtroom and cried after hearing his son's sentence. His mother, Lucy, declined to comment.
I think Graham is relieved it's all over for us.
Now, the Hoopers are expected to appeal the verdicts in this case. The judge denied Rand Hooper's request for bond.